Hello folks, and welcome back to this build of the Rudder Bug. As you can see now, the model's been covered, it's completed. Although I haven't sent a video up in a few days, it's because I've been very busy, and what I've been working on, if I undo the latch and I open the door, I've been installing the radio gear. Now, you may think, well, any problems with this? You shouldn't have them. There's acres of room. Well, it was actually the door itself, or the doors, that posed some of the problems. Because there's a door on both sides, I couldn't install the radio gear in the way that I normally would, and that is by mounting the servos onto beams. Instead, each servo has had to be allocated its own little box to sit in, and they've been glued to the base of the fuselage. That's fine, but it has been quite an awkward job. I haven't totally completed it yet because the receiver, when I'm using a model that's got a combustion engine in it, I like to wrap these in foam with the antennas sticking out because of the extra vibration you get. The switch here, although the doors will provide access, it needs to be secured, and these cables themselves need to be sort of tidied up. But if I zoom out, I'll show you how everything works. If we turn on the transmitter,
welcome to HTX, throttle warning.
There we go, and servo on now. So in the furthest away servo there, you can see, I hope, this is the rudder. And if I zoom to the far end, the elevator, I had to do that one as a tube connector. I'm not keen on them, but this worked out okay. It's well secured. And of course, the red connector there, you can see, that's operating the throttle. Now, as I've mentioned before, the wing wiggle mechanism is on a separate switch, and if I move what is the rudder stick, because I'm going to be flying it on 3-channel, I always put the rudder on the right hand stick when I fly 3-channel. The primary roll function's always on the right hand stick, but if I flick a switch, I've got 2 different rates to operate that. Now the Sato engine has been installed. Let's show you a little of that. The design of the Sato engine really doesn't lend itself to being inverted. I'll show you why. If I flick this over, I flick it over and I lift this up, the glow is tucked right away at an angle there, and it makes it very difficult to actually put on a glow starter. I'm going to have to do it with crocodile clips, one on the end of the glow plug and one onto the body of the engine. It was an early Sato, this obviously, and it's just a bit of a design quirk that makes it difficult. It really needs a remote driver set up on it. But that's all in, it's all been installed. A bit of a nightmare to get it set up, but it's done. And if I flick it back over, you can see that I've secured the tank, and what I've tried to do is the tank has been set at a level which gets it in line with the carb. I hope that that works out okay. So what I need to do next is the glazing. Put the catch on the other side. I'm going to put a spreader wire across the undercarriage because I think that's a little bit too delicate. There's too much give in it. I'm going to put a stretcher across the main undercarriage, and I think that'll serve well. There's one other thing I want to show you. If you just bear with me. The CG, if you can see there, it's quite a way back towards it's past the halfway mark of the upper part of the door, and I think I've managed to hit that spot on without the addition of any lead at all. I'll show you now, just bear with me. Right then, let's check out the CG. If I pick it up here, I think that to me looks about balanced, and it's not far off the balance points shown on the plan, and I'm quite happy to go with that, especially because there's no added weight. It's purely the model and the components, no parasitic lead. Ready to try. A few little jobs to finish off and then we'll be ready for a maiden. If you've enjoyed the journey so far, give it a thumbs up, and if you can get flying, get flying. If you can't, let's get creative. Bye now.